Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video, I have discussed about that things with you, how can pass some of the method with the props, right? So here we simply done this work. Now in this video, I want to discuss about how to change state data with using that input element. Okay, so for working with this input element, I want to do that is our button, right? So there is a button, and after that I want to take another input type, that means input field. So if you want to take it, here I want to take one of the input. So that is the input, and I simply close this input. Okay, I simply close it. So into the input area also I want to take the same. That will be for the first time, that will be as a type. Our type will be what type of one you want. I make it as a text type. Okay, I make it as a text type. And also I want to use one of the function. So into this input area, that will be not click, right? So here I want to do whatever the things you will update into the input field area. I want to get all that value. So here we have to use our another method. I have already discussed about that things with you, friend. There is a on click method, there is a on change method, right? So into this input field area, I want to declare that on change. Okay, not that on click. That will be as a change. You can see there is a on change method. I simply declare it, and here I want to declare another method, or that means another function. So if you want to access this function, that will be this, and I want to create one of the function name as a change. So as a change input. Okay, so this type of one of the function I want to create. Okay, so if I want to create it, like I just simply copy, and now that is, I have already discussed about that things with you before. That is one, and after that I want to take another one. So that will be as a change input, and with the change input, the same procedure. Here I want to create one of the array function. Okay, that is our array function I declare. So that is our function. Great. So that is one of the on change function, right? Into the on change, that is all I want to get that value. So I want to receive all that our value with the event, right? So here you can pass it only as e, rather than you can pass it as event. So then you can also pass it as event. So that is only one parameter. So if when you use one parameter, then you don't need to use any bracket. So I simply make it as one of the parameter name will be as an event. And then I want to do whatever the things I will write down in our input area, then that will be changed. That will be changed our state, right? If you want to change that states, as I told you, then we have to change it with the set states method. That means that will be just like that same. Better I copy total things from our change book states. I copy it, and then here I paste it. Okay, and then with the set states method, I want to change our default data. Our default data will be this one. So here I want to right now change it. So if you want to change it everything, that means that is our input field, all the data. So I take the things with this event. So if you want to get that event all that value, I have already discussed about that things with you. Here only you have to pass it. Then first time that will be as an event, and event then the target. Remember, I have already discussed about that things with you, friend. Just remember the target. So that is an event target, and with this event target I want to access that value, right? So that is our event targeted value. I simply loaded that things in here. So now if you want to check it, click as a save all, and right now that will be displayed in our first area. Now go there, click as a refresh. Now you can see that is one of the input field. So into this input field, whatever the things you will be type, you can see it's now perfectly get all that our value. I hope it's very clear. So if you write down as a Aryan, you can see it's now perfectly get whatever the input field you will be added, whatever the character you will be added in here, it will be get this all that value. Simple work. Just simply remember, I have already discussed about that things with you before, friend. So that is our on change. Input type will be as a text type. Here on change, that is our method name as a change input. So into this change input, I get all that our event. So into the on change, that will be passed one of the parameter as event. You can use it as e, rather than you can use it as an event. Okay, and now into the set states, because I want to change that our default state, all that property, right? Our default state property as this one. When you refresh it, now you can see that is our default state value. So here I want to change it, right? I want to change it for the reasons here. You can say I added that our method as a set states method. Okay, so also in our input field area, I use that as a setStates method, and into the setStates method I get all that our value in our event. So everything in our event, with this event I get that our targeted value. Okay, it should be get that targeted all that input field value. So for the reasons, whatever the things right now you type, it's get that all the data. Okay, just simply remember or simply understand it how all that functionality exactly working. So if you want to get that your input field value data, you can get it by this event targeted value. Okay, so thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.